Being in Barrington, how much the water level has come up, unreal. Like, we've had a fair bit of rain. Fair bit of snow. We have. So it's coming down. It's coming down in here. And I think there's another, well, we've got a couple of good days. There's another lot of rain coming again. It is. So we'll get all that again. And we'll be more water in it and coming down the stream. All the rivers are running pretty well, aren't they? Like, running really good. We had high water levels in Bell's Parade last week. It was down there, and then ended up catching a trout out of it a few days later. Would have been about 3 days later. We got a trout out of it. So, and that was quite good. Quite a meaty one. Very well conditioned. It's like the ones we've got out here is well conditioned. So this is coming up from Sathana and all that, and going down through. So the Mersey's on the opposite side to us, with Lake Allen pumping that one. But, like, it's phenomenal how much has come down. I know it goes up and down. Like, here's, like, some days it's tide dependent at Barrington. Like, you come in one day and you'll be out in the middle fishing, and you come in the next day and you're up over the paddock. Like we are now. But it's a good day to see. Good, a lot of water, because the rivers are getting pretty lenient on the waters. It was. So when the season finished at Allen, we was up there for about a couple of weeks before it finished up, and they had the pipe open flow on it, something chronic, and we watched it that night. From probably about 6 hours was there, and the old man, and it went down that fast. It was unreal. So to the stage Webb was fishing, wasn't really out of water. That's how much it was pumping down through the Mersey off it. So yeah, she's fair bit. We haven't been up the lakes yet. We haven't ventured the lakes yet. Just wait till this weather finds up a bit to go up there, just in case it snowed in or whatever. I'm doing that. But there's a bit of water getting around, I think. So I've been told by a few people. So it's coming back. The rivers are starting to fill up pretty goodly. That's a weird word. Where'd you get that from, Daz? Out of my head. Should have been a scientist. Goodly filling up. So that's a new word for the dictionary. It's probably in the dictionary. I haven't got one, so I can't tell. But yeah, she's it's good to see the water levels coming up everywhere. Because it was getting a bit dry there for a while. And now she's coming up pretty quickly. But here's saying that, we'll probably get to a few months down the track and we need water again coming in. But it is what it is. Like, you can't do much about it. If you're going to get rain, you're going to get rain. If you don't, you don't. That's just a plain fact. And we've got heaps more of it coming. But it's good though, because it livens the water up a little bit, I find. Because here was getting to the stage, you come here, fish, and get nothing. Like, I was fishing in that corner, and you didn't know what sort of water level you was walking into. Some days it was down, some days it was up, and then I thought I'd come on the other corner and try. We tried down the edge there, down the other end, and it just wouldn't. It was just not. It was that hard to catch something. Then it must have just hit the right bit, and was on. So what do we get? 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 2. Little Dad's got 1, and I put 1 back. So yeah, 4. So 4 out of Barrington. Out of the Mersey, Bell's Parade, we've got a trout, cocky salmon, and a mullet. Mullet wasn't quite big enough, but there's a few of them there. There's always mullet and cocky salmon in there. Cocky salmon, never big enough. I only ever got 2 of them in life that was decent size. But it's actually, how would you say it? It's good. Like, it was good to catch a trout out of the Bell's Parade. Like, a couple spots up the Mersey River, up Shah Road, and the high water levels are flattening the grass out, so we'll be set there. let it dry out a little bit and we'll be set. Because the grass was a bit high. And me not walking in any long grass. I wouldn't take little Daz in it either. She doesn't need to walk on a snake or whatever. So I'm pretty cautious about them. I don't like the bloody things. But yeah, so it's good to flatten that out a little bit. But then you got to be careful underneath the bank. So it sort of tapers off a little bit. And you could let go. Found a few other good spots on Big Island. So we ended up poaching them out. Just got to wait till it dries underfoot because it's a bit muddy in spots. It is. That's the problem around them areas. I found out the other day when I fell over on it. Hit the grass, went to stop. Hit the mud, nearly went in the water. Can't swim. Lucky the backpack drove in and my foot hit the bit of the edge of the stones. But yeah, it's good. It's actually good to see the water levels coming up and the fresh water in the rivers. The people's in the rivers having a go. A lot of people. It's on Facebook and that. A lot of people sharing wicked catches and different things. And they're doing an awesome job. Like, they're catching some rip river fish out of the rivers. And there's one buck I watched the other day who was fishing by himself and he ripped this enormous sort of 10-pounder in. Well, it was a bit over 10. And he's by himself, one hand on the net, one hand on the rod. It was a good, it was good to watch. It was good. A lot of people was getting them. A lot of people was catching pretty bloody well. It is. It's actually fishing really well since the season's open. So we can't complain with that. And it's like everybody's got their own little hidey holes and that, and different things and different tips and tricks and that. So you got to listen to everybody as you're talking to them. It is. And if you do see Tas Fisheries, they got some good knowledge. They do. Just make sure you got your licence. And if you're in some of the waters and you see the Tas water blokes pull up, have a talk to them. Have a yarn to them because you understand a few bits more. It is like when we fish at Turner's Beach on the little boat ramp, it's actually salt water. But that's what got me trout out of it too. So I always thought it was a bit of both. Like everything up that way was fresh. But I actually asked them and they said, no, Harvest Moon's where the fresh water starts. So if you've got people there coming to the little boat ramp, you can go out there fishing without a licence, like a freshwater licence. Just make sure you take the right size fish. That's all. So I always wondered that, and he talked about different things, what was sinking in the water and that, and the mud when the floods go through. But it's good. Like, we don't need no more floods. We just need some good fishing. And I noticed there's been a fair bit of stock going in and into the waterways. Like, some of them I don't see the point of putting 2 fish at a certain size. Like, here hasn't been stocked for a bit, I don't think. But when it was getting stocked, there was that many fish going in it. So it's like a breeding ground here. And there is big fish in Barrington. So if you're going up the other ways, some's put a couple of big ones in. And then you get all the others. Some's like piddly farts. So they're all... Like, I don't like catching nothing small. Like, the last 3 trouts that we got for tea have been good size. Like the first one, like, some people would have took it. Would have took that and the one little Daz caught, just eat it. But I'm not like that. Never have been, never will. Because it's wrong. You don't break the law like that. Different if it was out in a desert island or something, or an island and you got nothing. Fair enough. So I don't think Tas Fisheries is going to float out there. And if they do, you get a ride back to the real world. But yeah, it's sort of one of them things. You don't break the laws. You take the little ones, they're not going to be there for future. It's like a revolving thing. Take all the little ones, there's no big fish. There's not going to be. So that's the way I look at it. So always follow the rules. You don't want your vehicle taken, you don't want your fishing gear taken, stuff like this. So a few people lose a lot of stuff like that, but doing stupid shit. And that's the people you distance yourself from, because you don't want to be involved in any of that. But that's one of the things. It's good to see the fishing. It's good to see other people catching as well. Always is. Like this fella, this lady, chick's got a big fish. Like, she's caught something big, and he's caught something big, and they're out in the boat. Like, that's good. And just, I said it before, always talk to the people. Or if you go to the Great Lake or the Bronte shop, passing through, Arthur's shop, just ask them in there. What are they catching with? What are they using? Have a look at the lure range. Because there is different lures up there. We always just look at the Great Lake shop and always come out with 3 and 4 lures. What we don't have down here. And they're a little bit cheaper. Or there's different people's made and put into the shop. So you can't complain. Like, and you're putting a bit of money in someone else's pocket and using something what they've been using locally. Yeah, so always ask, you know, what are they catching, how are they going, and, you know, got any tips as you go. So don't be scared of it. That is. Alright. Yeah. Alright, I might leave you all to it. Thanks for catching up with Big Daz. War levels, fishing talk. And yeah. So there's all later.